Hey everybody, Neil Malik with Knack Training here, bringing you another Everyday Office video. And in today's video, I'd like to show you two techniques for filling some text with a picture of something. In this case, of course, the word Tahiti with a picture of the island of Tahiti. Now, right now, with your text being a functional text box, we can't work with this thing. It's not something that we can grab a hold of and manipulate. So in order to make this capable of being filled in, it needs to be a picture of itself. So we will click on the words Tahiti here, just click on the outside edge of the text box and use Control X to cut. And then go to the Paste drop-down menu up in the top left-hand corner on your Home tab and choose Paste Special. The paste version that I'm going for here is the enhanced meta file because this will allow me to have the individual components as drawing objects. That's going to be very important here in just a second. I go to Enhanced Meta File, I click OK, and as you can see, it pastes it as a picture. It gives me the little Design Ideas panel here on the side. And what I'm going to do is the following. I am going to go to Control-Shift-G, which is the keyboard shortcut for ungrouping a grouped element. Then click OK, or Yes here, and now this element is actually a group of drawing elements. Now here's the next stage in the process, and the easiest way to see this in action is to go up to your drawing tools, the Format tab up here at the top of the screen, and let's click this little pop-out button here for the styles so that we can see what's really going on with the text in this text box. All right, so this is the text in this text box. I have this group of elements right here I'm selected on. And right now it says I could fill this with a solid fill color, the black that you see right here, or I could fill it with a picture or text fill. Now, if you notice here, it's instantly chosen the picture, and that's because a second ago I was working on this and making sure it was working properly. Let's make sure we know how to make that happen. What we do is we click on the picture of Tahiti in the background, we hit Control-C to copy that picture, then click onto the elements that are in here, go to the clipboard option, and that will effectively take whatever you've copied and make it the fill of this text. Now to go a step further, let's go ahead and take the picture of Tahiti from the background here so you guys can really see what's going on. You see here what's happened is it's taken the picture of Tahiti and squished it down so that it fits within the words Tahiti. Now, if you didn't want that to happen, what you can do is you can go to those words right there, those letters right there. You can go to your fill options, and right here with the offsets, you can say, for example, the picture should be offset, let's say, -25% in all directions. And what that does is it stretches it in all of the directions simultaneously to the same amount. And there you can see the picture of the boat is now farther down into the corner, and the island is taking up more of the available space that's here. So being able to copy an image from your slide and use it to paste into a picture, in this case a picture of text, is a nice easy way of working. Now here's another alternative. The other alternative is to actually use this as a mask, and that will allow me to animate that mask on top of the image. Allow the image to stay in place and allow the text to move around as I see fit. So let's go over to slide number 2 and see how that would work. You see here, again, it's functional text. The letters for Tahiti are actually written in here. I could misspell it, Tahati, right? So Tahiti. And now what we're going to do to break this up into and to make a mask out of it is we're going to insert a shape. I'll go here to my Insert tab at the top of the screen, go to my Shapes drop-down menu, and go with a simple rectangle. And then just draw a rectangle basically where the letters for Tahiti are. Now the next stage is to go ahead and send this backward so it's easier to see and select the different elements. So I'll go ahead and click on Send Backward here, and you can see now Tahiti is on top of the blue box that's right there. I hold down Shift and click on the text box. Now both the text box and the blue box that are there are selected simultaneously. And on the Drawing Tools Format tab at the top of the screen, I'm going to go to Merge Shapes, and I'm going to fragment those shapes. And what that does is it uses Tahiti, the word Tahiti, to cut holes out of the box. So I go to Fragment here, and you can see those individual little elements right there. In fact, let's go in here and grab one of these elements. You see how you can pull the different letters straight out of that as if you cut it out with scissors? All right, now let's get rid of those things that were in the holes there. Get rid of all these elements. You can see the mask that we're creating here. Let's go ahead and click on the blue box and fill this in with something, let's say just plain white with no outlines. There we go. Ooh, there's a blue box right there. Let's go ahead and fill that in with white as well. And as you can see, if it's floating in the middle here, it's not considered to be part of the same element as the rest of the white box. So I'm going to hold Shift and click on the white box along with the dot that's in the middle of the A in Tahiti, and use Control G to group those together. And now I can easily make this sort of sail along and go wherever I need it to go. In fact, I can scale this up if I want to, and really make it monstrous. Not bad, right? So you can either fill text in with a picture, or you can use the picture to create a mask that only allows you to see part of the picture.